approaching the new year and I'm finally home. I arrived last night. So I have here the Louis Vuitton All-In PM. And for a small tote, it actually packs quite a punch. And I did buy it secondhand. I don't buy leather new. Although I am vegan, I still do wear secondhand leather. I don't feed into the demand for new production, but I also believe in sustainable fashion. And while vegan leather is great, it's not. There's a lot of fast fashion that has vegan leather, and it's terrible for the environment as well. And they don't last. So I'd rather purchase secondhand, good quality bags because Louis Vuitton can last for 100 years or more. But if you take good care of it, especially, the canvas of Louis Vuitton is unmatched in my opinion. I've had all kinds of bags, all different kinds of brands, and the treated canvas is amongst the very best that I have used. Why I purchased the PM was because I thought it would actually be bigger than it is, and I wasn't really thinking about the actual way the bag is structured and how it expands and kind of, okay, when you expand it, I should say, the dimensions decrease because it's a flat bag. It's not as dimensional as other bags when measured. So this is what kind of got me. When I was reading the measurements of the bag, if you measure the bag from across, and it's the same across from the top to the bottom until you open it, it measures about 19 inches. 19 inches across is a big bag, but that's when you're judging from a normal bag, one that doesn't lay completely flat, okay? So because this bag is completely flat, when you do actually open it and expand it, your bag becomes a lot smaller. So when it's open, it reminds me of a bucket. It's almost like a bucket tote because it's a little bit smaller than the top once you open it. And when you open it and put stuff inside, so I'm gonna put stuff inside. The 19-inch tote becomes, when we measure it across, and we're not going to go like this because you're going around. It ends up looking like 15 to 16 inches because of its shape. So you got to understand you're cutting a few inches off once you start actually using it and putting stuff inside. Okay, I'm going to show you this. So when stuff is in the bag, it becomes about like under 13 inches. So measured across 19 inches when flat. When you actually stuff the bag, it decreases in size. I only have a bit of stuff in the bag. When it's open, it's about 16 inches. So these are things to think about before purchasing any size of the all-in, is that when you actually start using the, like opening and expanding and putting stuff in the bag, when you actually start using the bag, in reality, 19 inches sounds like a big bag. This works out to be smaller than 19 inches because it's completely flat. Most bags do not lie completely flat, and even when you flatten them on the ground and you're measuring, because of the structure of them, they kind of maintain the measurements even when you do use them, but this is different. This folds flat like paper. Also, because of the design, so because it's flat on the end and then you have a zipper on one end, the opening is slightly smaller, so you're losing about an inch in the opening because of the zipper. So the other side pretty much does go to the very end. But I'm going to show you something else that decreases in size. So when you take the stuff out, if you look in the bag, there are these, the way it's stitched, because it's folded under here and stitched up there, you have these pockets that kind of remain up, you see? So the more you have in here, so you do have to keep that in mind, that with this style, you do lose a couple of inches when you actually use it. Measures 19 inches across when totally, completely paper thin, flat on the ground, becomes about 13 inches when you use it. And on the top, when you measure 19 inches, becomes around 15 to 16 inches on top. Also, you must keep in mind that because of the way the bag is styled, you have these pieces right here that will always remain up. I'm going to show a video inside. Not including these things, because there's no capacity within this. Just here inside, when I measured it, because of these things I told you about, and the construction, you know, the way the bag is designed, you're only getting around 12 to 12 and a half inches in length in this bag. But it still holds a lot, it's still tall. And it's still a very generous bag. Just keep in mind that you're losing about 6 inches when you do, it's almost like a wedge shape, a slight wedge shape when you pack the bag. You will get more capacity once you exceed this part. And then you're kind of getting a fuller capacity. Okay, so these pieces, because of the design of the bag, are stitched upwards. They always remain up. Even if you put stuff inside, because of the bottom half, the base is actually smaller than the rest of the bag. And if you put stuff to, like if you end up putting heavy stuff on the side, you end up forcing those pieces down because that's where it's stitched. Here, because the stitching is higher. So you'll have to keep that in mind, and that's because of the design to lay flat. So these are things you do need to think about when you are going to purchase the bag, that there are these small details that may affect your decision whether to purchase or not. But I just wanted to lay everything out here in this video to help anyone decide. I don't mind it because I really love the bag, though I'm going to purchase a bigger size because I am a big bag kind of person. Though this is a wonderful everyday size. I had my heart set on the bag actually being not very, like I knew it would expand a bit, but I didn't know I would lose that much capacity when expanded. I didn't know I'd be going from 19 inches on the bottom to 13 when totally expanded, but that's the way it is. I do like how the bag remains upright though. It is a huge factor and a deal breaker for me if the bag flops over when it's standing up, and you don't get that with this bag. So it is a small tote, but it can fit a lot. I wanted a bigger bag, but it is great for every day. Probably fits the same amount as a Speedy 35. So we're thinking the size of a little smaller than a number 4mm. However, it can probably fit around the same amount because it is a little taller. So the size becomes kind of comparable to a Neverfull MM. It is taller than the Neverfull MM. This is about a little beyond 12 inches high. There's a bit of a dip to it when you put stuff in it. A bit of a sag. Some people may like that, some people may hate it, but you should know it's there. I actually really like these like pressed edges to make a crisp edge. Some people don't like that. I love it. I think it gives more of a modern spin on the bag because it is a classic looking bag. It does look like old Louis Vuitton. For reference, I am 5'6", 110 pounds. So don't get me wrong, it's not a tiny bag. You can fit loads of stuff in it. But if you're looking at it online and thinking you're going to get a 19-inch bag and thinking, hey, with stuff in it, and when I put stuff in it, it's probably going to be around 17 to 18 inches, you're wrong. Maybe the top will be, but it does taper towards the bottom because of the way it's stitched. And the bottom becomes around 13 inches while the top becomes around 15 to 16. So you do lose a lot of those dimensions that you read online. So please keep that in mind. Because of the straps are under an inch, just under an inch thick in width. They are so comfortable. Much more comfortable than the Neverfull for sure. You are missing a D-ring. However, what makes up for that D-ring is you have the top zipper. I think it's a really great bag. It's a very high quality bag. And if you just keep these things in mind, I think you'll be very happy with it. And I think it's a great alternative to the Neverfull or any other tote you may be looking at. And we're going to get into what's in my bag. So the first thing is this really cute ID and coin purse from the Doki Doki subscription. My little cousin gave it to me, and she gets all these like cute subscription boxes from Japan. So I haven't used it yet, but I'm going to. And it's also like a bag charm. So that's really cute. She got me a whole bunch of stuff, including this water bottle, which is also from the subscription. It's really, really cute. It's got all these ice cream and cute animals on it. It has a hook to hook stuff onto. And then I've got my wet brush, because I always need to brush my hair. With long, thick hair, it gets tangled and things like that. And then I have my two favorite products right now from Miniso. Miniso is like a Japanese kind of store with all kinds of cute stuff in it. Because I love this dusty pink shade right now. I'm going crazy over it. I bought this at the Miniso in Toronto, Canada. And inside I have all kinds of stuff, just crazy, all kinds of stuff. So we've got my HD Flawless Compact. We've got my Perfect Skin Porcelain Skin Makeup Foundation. It's a brightening kind of a brightening serum. You can use it as like a highlighter. Lash glue, eyelash curler from Muji, contour like cream stick, my blush powder from Miniso, and this is in the color Lovely Cookie Blusher. It comes with a really cute puff pad, and that's the color. It's like a peachy pink color. I have my anti-sebum mineral pack from Miniso, and it came with a sponge, but I didn't like the sponge much. I just used the brush. It's white, and it kind of makes your skin kind of dewy, kind of shine. I know some people don't like that, but I do. I've got this 3-in-1 brush from Miniso. It's got like an eyeshadow brush, it's got a blending brush, and then the stippling brush. Not stippling, it's like a foundation flat top brush. I love it. It saves space. It's great for travel. And then we have my favorite mascara from Miniso called Long Lasting Curling Mascara. It's like it's got these like this fibrous liquid or fibrous kind of texture that builds lashes and makes them super, super long. Then I've got this lipstick from Miniso, and it's called Lip Sweetness, and this is in the color Rouge Red, and it's kind of like a half color, half moisturizing kind of lipstick. And then I have my face mister from Miniso. This was $12 Canadian. And you open it and the mist is up. There's this cool light. And I also have an eyebrow pen from Miniso. And it has this like mascara, well, kind of spoolie at the end to clean up your brows. It's quite good, and it's in the color gray. It's kind of a brownish gray. Then I also have my NYX concealer, and then I have my Miniso Fix It. It's a makeup corrector pen with vitamin E. Cruelty free. And then of course the bag itself. I love this because it's so lightweight. Kind of reminds me of a jacket, nylon material. You can just throw it in the wash when it gets disgusting and dirty. Then I got this matching toiletry kit from Miniso. Not a kit, but a toiletry bag. That stuff inside is mine. It's got 2 compartments, and it's mesh so you can see. And then a fold-out makeup mirror from Miniso. Came in black and white. I bought the white one. I have a hair bubble. And then on this side, I have one of my favorite lip conditioners, external analgesic lip medics. I like it because it's really cold. I like to put up my nose and my lips. And then I have a hand cream in there, and this is actually from IKEA, from a toiletry set. So that's all I have in my bag right now. I hope. So when expanded, the All-In PM is very similar to the Neverfull MM, while the All-In MM is very similar to the Neverfull GM. So those things you must keep in mind before purchasing. But if you love the design, just know that it's still an amazing bag. You still can stuff it beyond belief. And the straps are far more comfortable than the Neverfull. This is why I got rid of my Neverfull, because the straps absolutely killed my back. I never get backaches, and when I was using the Neverfull for school, when I used to be on the bar in England, I started getting backaches when I was using the bag and all throughout. And it stopped once I switched over to the Longchamp, because the Longchamp has a lot more comfortable straps, rolled handles. And this will be a similar thing because it's wider. You're not going to strain your back as much. So if you're looking for that bag that is great to use every day, that isn't too big and that doesn't only look like luggage, I think the PM is a great option. The MM, because it's far larger and resembles the Neverfull GM, as long as you know that it's a bigger bag and a larger bag, and that it can be perfect for travel because it is a larger bag, that All-In MM. But if you want something more like a handbag as well, not just a travel bag, it's going to be a smaller travel bag. I think the PM is a better everyday option, unless you want that big, huge tote for you every day. Like if you're mum, dog mum, or if it's for work, or you carry just a load of shit with you all the time, then yeah, go ahead and get the All-In MM, or even more so the GM, which is ginormous. But if you are looking for something a little more practical and everyday, and you don't carry a ton of things, but you want that kind of tote bucket look, I say the PM is a great option. Now, I hope you enjoyed my review of the Louis Vuitton All-In PM, and I hope you all have had a lovely Christmas, and goodbye and lots of love from Nova and I. Bye. Say bye.